Picture a quiet university campus in the USA, where secrets simmer beneath the surface. I'm a bold, passionate junior, cornered by a stern, silver-haired professor. He threatens to shatter my dreams unless I play his dangerous game. What happens when desire and desperation collide in a forbidden dance? My name is Emily Carter. I'm 21, and I'm a junior at Westbridge University, nestled in picturesque upstate New York. The campus is dotted with old brick buildings draped in ivy, the air buzzing with ambition and dreams. I've always been confident, with a sharp tongue, a charming smile, and a knack for getting what I want. But last semester, I found myself in a situation that tested every bit of my cunning and pulled me into a web of temptation I never saw coming. It all began with Professor Daniel Hargrove, my 55-year-old literature professor. He was the kind of man who commanded attention effortlessly. Tall, lean, with salt and pepper hair and piercing gray eyes that seemed to see right through you. His lectures on romantic poetry were legendary, but his grading was ruthless. One misstep and you were done. I'd always prided myself on breezing through classes with a mix of charisma and effort. But Hargrove's course was a beast, and I was failing. It was late October, and the campus was awash in golden leaves. I'd just gotten my midterm results, a dismal 52%. My stomach sank. This course was mandatory for my degree, and Hargrove didn't offer second chances. That afternoon, I marched to his office, determined to plead my case. His door was heavy oak, his name etched in gold. I knocked, my heart pounding. "Come in," his low, velvety voice called. I stepped inside. His office was a fortress of books, shelves groaning under the weight of tomes, the air thick with the scent of leather and coffee. He sat behind his desk, glasses perched on his nose, a stack of papers before him. He didn't look up. "Miss Carter," he said, finally glancing at me, "what brings you here?" I took a deep breath, steadying myself. "Professor, I need to talk about my midterm. I can't fail this course. I'll do anything to fix this." He leaned back, his eyes narrowing. "Anything?" The word hung in the air, laden with implication. "You've been careless, Emily. Your work is superficial, your attendance spotty. Why should I make an exception for you?" I swallowed, my mind racing. "I'm not careless, it's just been a tough semester. Please, give me a chance." He studied me for a long moment, his gaze almost tangible. Then he stood, walking around the desk to stand closer, too close. "There's an extra credit assignment," he said, his voice dropping lower, deeper. "But it's unconventional. Are you willing to go all in?" My pulse quickened. There was a challenge in his tone, laced with something darker. I should have walked away, but I didn't. I nodded. What do I have to do? He smiled, a slow, predatory curve of his lips. Meet me here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We'll discuss the details. The next evening, I stood outside his office, nerves on edge. I'd chosen my outfit carefully. A fitted black sweater, a short skirt, and boots that clicked against the hardwood floor. I wasn't naive. I knew what I was walking into. But I was desperate, and part of me, reckless, curious, was intrigued. Hargrove opened the door, his eyes sweeping over me from head to toe. Good evening, Emily, he said, stepping aside to let me in. The office was dimly lit, a single lamp casting shadows across the walls. He'd cleared his desk, save for a bottle of red wine and 2 glasses. Wine? He offered, pouring a glass without waiting for my answer. What happened next was a whirlwind of heat and whispered words. I won't lie, it was intoxicating. His hands were confident, his voice a low growl as he pulled me close. The desk became our stage, papers scattering to the floor. It wasn't just about the grade anymore. It was about power, desire, the rush of crossing a line. His touch was electric, each moment charged with a forbidden energy that set my skin ablaze. But it wasn't all passion. There were flickers of doubt, stabs of guilt. He was my professor, a man with authority over my future. Was I manipulating him, or was he manipulating me? The lines blurred, and in that moment, I didn't care. We continued meeting for weeks, always in his office, always after hours. Each time I told myself it was just for the grade, but I was lying. I craved the way he looked at me, the way his voice softened when he said my name. It was dangerous, all-consuming, and I was in deep. By December, the semester was winding down, and my grade was secure, an A as he'd promised. But things had shifted. Hargrove was different, more possessive, his texts more frequent. He'd started hinting at continuing our arrangement next semester. I felt trapped, the thrill fading into something heavier. One night, I decided enough was enough. I went to his office, ready to end it. He was there, as always, but his expression was colder than usual. Emily, he said, standing as I entered. You've been distant. I crossed my arms. This has to stop, Daniel. I got what I needed. We're done. His jaw tightened. Done? You think you can just walk away after everything? My heart raced. You can't hold this over me. I'll go to the dean if I have to. He laughed, a sharp, bitter sound. And say what? That you seduced your professor for a grade? Good luck with that. I froze. He was right. Exposing him would expose me, but I wasn't backing down. Try me, I said, my voice steady. I'm not afraid of you. For a moment, He looked like he might argue. Then he sighed, running a hand through his hair. Fine, walk away. But don't expect me to make this easy. I passed his course, and he didn't retaliate. But the experience changed me. I'd played a dangerous game and won, but at a cost. I became more cautious, more aware of the power dynamics lurking beneath every interaction. I never saw Hargrove again. He took a sabbatical the next semester, and I graduated without crossing his path. Looking back, I don't regret it. It was reckless, yes, but it taught me something about myself, about desire, ambition, and the fine line between control and surrender. I walked away with more than a grade. I walked away with a story.
If you loved hearing my story about this daring college girl and her forbidden tango with temptation, give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more spicy stories. Drop a comment below. Tell me, what would you have done if you were in my shoes? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.